Hi, my name is Bo Tanis. I'm from Toronto, Canada. Years ago, I attended a Bob Proctor seminar, and it was such a impactful event that I read further books, attended other seminars, and it's totally changed my life. My income has increased by tenfold. My quality of life and world travel has just gone way beyond my imagination. So the ideas that Bob has shared with me and people that I know have been remarkable.
Hi, my name is Gerry Robert. I'm the author of The Millionaire Mindset, How Ordinary People Can Create Extraordinary Income. And I want to tell you what happened to me 22 years ago. Mark Victor Hansen from Chicken Soup for the Soul is a friend of mine, and he was going to introduce me to a guy who had helped him make a lot of money. And when I met Bob, and he showed me a plan on how I could make every month what I was making every year, I started to argue with him. I don't know why, but it just didn't fit to anything I had grown up with, and the thought of making $100,000 every month seemed absurd to me. And then I just decided, I'm going to do what he tells me. I just realized that he had those kind of results in his life, and if he had them, maybe it could happen to me. And I decided to follow his path. I would follow his plan. I just got into the material. Less than 12 months later, I was earning over $1 million a year. Mark Victor Hansen was right. This guy knows about money. And what I've come to realize and appreciate about Bob in the last 22 years is he's always studying. He's always learning new stuff. All of the new material he's getting and all the chance to impact our thinking is just phenomenal. I ask myself every day, what would I have done if I'd have missed this? Don't you miss this. Don't. Get into Bob's material and study it and work it. Your life will change. Mine did, and it's getting better every day.
Hi Bob, my name is Lanny Morton. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, and I just wanted to make this video to thank you. I am very grateful. 3 years ago I was flat broke, literally didn't have any money at all, not even $20 to my name. I was driving a $280 minivan, and I had a lot of personal problems. I'd just been divorced, my house had just been foreclosed on, and I found some of your material and it truly changed my life. After learning some of the material that you teach, I took a borrowed $800 and turned it into a multi-million-dollar business. We actually did over $3.3 million in my third year of sales. And I was also featured in Entrepreneur Magazine twice. This is actually one of them right here. It says Hot Tips from eBay Millionaires. And see right here, page 104. Anyway, I just want to tell you that I'm super grateful. One of the things that you taught me was really how to change my thinking. And before, a lot of my thoughts were negative, and a lot of that came from the way I grew up. And I really was able to change the programming that I had from being young. I've also been on the front page of the USA Today Money section. I've been interviewed by Fortune, and I actually was able to accept the Webby Award. Lifetime Achievement at the Webby Awards with eBay CEO Meg Whitman, which was quite a thrill. Before I started learning your materials, I'd never made more than $30,000 in a year. And now it's a piece of cake to make $30,000 in a month, and my next goal is to make $30,000 every single day. And I know that if I continue to learn your material and apply it, I know that I'll do it. So thank you very much. Again, thank you. You changed my life.
Hello, I'm Neil Maclure from Edinburgh in Scotland. And I want to tell you what Bob Proctor has done for me. I was well educated, university degree, high paid jobs. Everything was going very well. I spent most of my life in sales. My income kept going up, but then it started to go down. Indeed, from a high of $200,000 a year at today's terms, it fell every year from there for 15 years down to just $12,000 a year. I didn't know why. My managers didn't understand it, and there certainly wasn't anything in my education that would explain it. I was still working as hard as ever, maybe up to 70 hours a week. But the rewards were just going somewhere else. They weren't coming to me. And then it got worse. At the time I was doing commission on the sales, but not making the sales, so there was no money coming in. And my long-term suffering partner was being driven crazy by all this. And this was the last straw. So I had to agree that we should split. So there I was, with nowhere that I could call my own home, and I was sleeping on a friend's couch. But I knew I'd find the answer somewhere, and I did find the answer. I found it in a book by Bob Proctor, this book, You Were Born Rich. I studied this book very carefully. I must say there were things in it which I didn't agree with to begin with, and those were the things that I concentrated on. There was one very important concept which I worked on for weeks, because it was the opposite of what I believed. But the moment I got it, that was the moment my life changed. That was the moment I finally understood why my income was going down. And it was also the moment I realized I had a choice and I could go upwards from then on. Well, would you believe that within 20 minutes of that, I had secured a place I could call my own home again. Just 20 minutes. That's hard to believe, and indeed when my friend came home and I told him I was leaving, he said, "No, that's impossible. That can't happen." I think he was a little upset because that wasn't supposed to happen. But from then on, everything got better. My income started to rise again, and a couple of years later, I upset a few more friends by saying, I'm not going to work for anybody any longer. I'm going to work on my own passion. And Bob Proctor's teachings helped me to do that too. Now I go to work with a smile on my face, and I come home with a smile on my face. In the last 4 years, my income has increased by a factor of 4.7 times. But the best of it is, I no longer work 70 hours a week. I average about 20 hours a week. So if you do the maths on that, that's a productivity increase of about 15 times. I've also attracted a wonderful partner, and life is indeed rosy once again. So Bob, if you're listening, your teachings have made a big difference to me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Paul Martinelli. I live in Jupiter Island, Florida. 15 years ago, I had already dropped out of high school. I was struggling. I started a business cleaning offices late at night. I was earning somewhere around $15,000 or $16,000 a year, and I was stuck. And you know, it really doesn't matter how much money you're making. You can be making $16,000 a year, $16,000 a month, $16,000 a week, or even $16,000 a day. Being stuck stinks. And I was given a videotape from a friend of mine that had Bob Proctor teaching a seminar, and my entire life changed. You know, I realized that all those results that I was getting in my life, the struggling, the kind of the lack and limitation, that I called results, I came to realize that those weren't really results. Those are reflections of beliefs that I held about myself. And I know that if you will invest a little bit of time and a little bit of money every single day in spaced repetition, having Bob come in and work with you, you will begin to challenge the convictions of some of the beliefs that are probably holding you back from living the life you want. I really encourage you to do what I did. Immerse yourself in this material. Really apply the lessons that Bob teaches to a specific purpose. James Allen said, until thought is linked with purpose, there's no intelligent accomplishment. My entire life has changed. I earn over $1 million a year. I travel all over the world. I live in an oceanfront condo on Jupiter Island in Florida, 4 miles down from Tiger Woods. And really, it's because I was introduced to some really good material and applied it to my life. I hope you'll do the same.
Hello, this is Vic Johnson. The year before I encountered Bob Proctor's teachings, I earned $14,027 for the entire year, qualifying my family of 5 below the U.S. poverty level. Within a year of joining Bob's mentor program, I was earning that amount in a month. Within a handful of years, I was earning that in a week. And now it's not uncommon for me to earn that and a lot more in a matter of minutes. I don't even want to imagine where my life would be if I hadn't met Bob Proctor.